Alright, here we are in game number 1, TSYMQ versus KITE in their round robin head to head. TSYMQ in green, the northern spawn here on Land of Fire. We'll be running Burgoyne, Stalingrad, Brennus, Venezia, Princeton Orange, Z42 and Cassard. Meanwhile, in red, in southern spawn, we're going to be seeing KITE running Sicilia, Petropavlovsk, Colbert, Napoli, Vampire 2, Grozovoy, and Attilio Regolo. Quickly fly by these ships with their builds. Stalingrad here. Oh, you got Princeton Orange. Cassard. Burgoyne. No prop mod on the Burgoyne, by the way. Z42 here. Venezia leg mod, rudder mod, and spotter mod and range mod. Brennus there. Look at the red team, their builds. Petro, no leg mod, actually reload mod and heavy AP. We've got the Colbert with range mod, heavy HE, and rudder mod. Regolo, going to be running Fearless Brawler and RPF. We got Grozovoy here with the Legendary module and Fearless. Vampire 2. Napoli. Auxiliary mod in slot 6 and 3. Finally, the Sicilia with a relatively standard looking build. Okay, cool. Hit these initial deployments. Heading over to A. For the green team, we have a very deep cut for the Cassard, looking to get early spots, potentially see anything around here so they can get some shots onto it. We have Stalingrad and Princeton Orange, probably going to be looking to make it to this island and this island respectively, and then consider a push down there. We have the Burgoyne, who's, well, Burgoyne not really the pushy kind. But Z42 going to be looking to hydro lock this with a Venezia in support. For the red team, we have Napoli going for the early cap. Petro going to be manning this island. Napoli going to be trying KITE here or push here, depending on what he sees. Grozovoy going for the early contest. Regolo going to be looking to go up there. Colbert going to be making his way up there. And Sicilia is going to be in support. They need to recognize that there isn't much on here and get this push running quickly. Not even necessarily a push running, just a counter, just a rotation to more heavily reinforce their home cap. Islands. Z42 was very briefly spotted by the Grozovoy there. You see a couple of shells coming into him, but still too much. The guy in Princeton Orange and Stalingrad look to be making their way forwards. Little Bear actually stopped at that island at the back there. Grozovoy with a contest. There isn't really any radar over there though. Yeah, there's nothing to like hard spot the Z42 within that. Grozovoy gonna be getting reversed at by the Z42. Hydro will pick him up. Levels coming in from both Venezia and Z42 towards him. A bit of damage, but it's not really the end of the world. He doesn't have a heal. Meanwhile, the blind fire coming in return at the Z42 going to be doing a bit, like, basically the same amount of damage that the Grozovoy just took. Looks like there may just be like a walkover happening over at this A cap right now, as we see this this 4-man march making its way down. You also have the Brennus here. And that Petro probably just doesn't survive this push. The fact that this Z52 and Venezia have held this cap for so long is just completely in their benefit. They're very happy about these two. The plan was never for them to take that cap, just to deny it as long as possible, and they have done quite a good job of that. Napoli getting opened up on by Brenner's, Van Orange, Burgoyne, and Stalingrad. Z42 and Venezia are going to be leaving the sea cap now. Big hits onto the Petro, actually. Petro being airstriked into oblivion. Kassar looks like he might be going for the YOLO on said Petro. And there's honestly not really much the Petro can do about it once you get. Honestly, Kassar might not even be needed for this. Yeah, the Petro's probably going to die before the Kassar even gets there. So the Orange takes down the Petropavlovsk. That'll be the home cap of their opponent secured for TSYMQ. Now KITE have to find some way to push back into this. Reminder, this is... Oh, let me go check the seeding of these teams really quickly because I had it in the background. TSYMQ were the CN number 1 seed and KITE are the NA number 5 seed. We have TSYMQ with the 2-point advantage, the 2-cap advantage and a kill advantage right now. Napoli currently having to fight both the Brennus and the Prince Van Orange alone. Lilia, Colvet, Vampire 2, and Grozovoy are now trying to figure out if somehow they can get at B. I mean, there's a bit of farming beginning on the Burgoyne. I mean, the Napoli is just secondarying the Brennus to death. That is very much a thing right now. In a 2v1. Understandable. Have a nice day. Just Napoli things, I guess. Just Napoli things. Well then. Well then. We do see this Grozovoy on Kassar action here. Vampire 2 trying to get involved as well. Burgoyne, however, is like, you know, right there. And Burgoyne's just looking to slap the soul out of said Grozovoy. Think. Bonk. And completely removes every sort of, like, element of any of the soul of said Grozovoy. He's dead. He's very dead. He's so dead that his ancestors felt it. Now, looking over here, it looks like we have a little bit of a run-in about what happened between the Z42 and the Regalo. He is somehow still alive. Got a heal coming up in 10 seconds as well, so he might be alive for even longer. And unless he burns out right now, he does. But he did do quite a lot of damage to the Prince at Orange, and he killed the Brennus while he was there. But it's getting increasingly more difficult for them to be able to step on either the A or the B cap again. Oh, 30 seconds left on the board. They need to make something happen now. They need a kill somewhere to extend this. Regular's not going to be finding Z52, Z42, and the Burgoyne is pretty full. Prince of Orange is dark. Stalingrad's too healthy. Venezia's too healthy. Regular gets slapped. I mean, Sicilia's blocking. That's got them a little bit of extra time, but that's not going to be enough to make anything really interesting happen. Colbert comes around the corner to try and get involved in trying to fight the Venezia. There is potential for something to happen here, but it just looks like the Regular's going to die. That's what it looks like. If the Regular dies, this ends. Regular dies, and that will be game 1 of the head-to-head going to TSYMQ. It is, however, the head-to-head round robin, so we'll see a game number 2 starting shortly. I run to get something up. Ah! Huh. Something about Illiben says refresh to check the drops. These might be on fire. These are usually on fire. Refresh your stream, make sure you're getting the drop properly. Make sure you're getting the WMI drop. Something was broken. Ah, issues appear to be resolved. Alright, let's go back to the best of 2. The round robin has to head-to-head. Yeah, I like rename this. I going to rename it? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. That's too much effort. What is our next map anyway? It's on my screen right now. North. I think. Yeah, it's north. Alright, we're all readying up. We're all readying up. What the hell started that giveaway? I'm so confused. Oh, right, yeah, never mind. My brain. My brain. My brain. I do not have a 5-minute attention span. I'll forget everything that happened 5 minutes ago. My brain does not work. Let me just check what's going on. We are waiting for the last 4 players for KITE to get their asses back in the game. Forfeit timer is at 56. So. They should be ready, you know, soon. Soon. I'm gonna go eat some grated cheese because I'm an adult and I can do that for one. Stand in my kitchen, open up a bag of grated cheese, get a handful, and stick it down my face. I'm an adult. True story. Story. Looking at the quickly looking. We are at 7 players ready for both teams. We will be dropping soon. All right, let's have a look here. Game number 2 of the head-to-head round robin stage for TSYMQ versus KITE. Green team in the northern spawn will be TSYMQ, and they're going to be running Burgoyne, Stalingrad, Venezia, Finzan Orange, Vampire 2, Daring. Meanwhile, in red in the southern spawn, we're going to have KITE running Republique, Zao, Castilla, Plymouth, Henry 4, Tibet, and Smallland. Oh, an investment. Smallland costing just as much as the Republique. Points values for each of the ships you can see down this line here at the left of it. You get 100 points per game to spend on ships, and that's like investing in a Smallland is quite a heavy investment, honestly. All right, let's have a look at some like builds and stuff. The green team as always. Venezia here, legendary module, range mod. Number 2. No hydro. We don't take hydro mod here. You've got Prince on Orange with Real Mod Slot 4. He's got Special Commander. We've got Burgoyne here. No engine mod for some reason. It looks like we might have a restart here. Look. What's the idea of moving? We might be going for a restart. Restart, apparently. Going for a restart. What was going on there? I think it was one of the TSYMQ players that called for the restart there. They appear to be an innocent player. KITE have called that they are ready again. Ugh. Ah. On me. Pardonnez moi. That's cool. Alright, we are ready again. We're just waiting for a drop. Back in the game. Small hiccup. Not literally, obviously. A large hiccup. I really love that transition, by the way. It's actually like the little stinger effect. That's really cool. Anyway, green team. Again, we'll go over this fully. Green team Northern Spawn will be TSYMQ here on North. They're going to be running Burgoyne, Stalingrad, Venezia, Prince Van Orange, Vampire 2, and Daring. Meanwhile, red team Kite and the Southern Spawn going to be running Republique, Dow, Castilla, Plymouth, Henry IV, Clibert, Smallland. Alright, builds, go. Stalingrad. Stuff. Prince Van Orange. Stuff. Daring. Dazzle. Stuff. Vampire Dus. Dazzle and stuff. Burgoyne. No prop mod. Venezia, leg mod, range mod, and red mod. And this one is prop mod, leg mod, range mod. For the red team of KITE, Castilla, running relatively standard looking build. We have a Plymouth, the radar mod, RPF. We got a leg mod, Clibert, with system silence, RPF. We have the Smallland running Fearless Brawler plus Superintendent. NE4 here running stuff. No leg mod or anything like that on the Henry. We got a Zhao here with the legendary modules with the improved dispersion plus outnumbered. Running the Republique, not gonna be running the legendary module or anything like that. So, look at some initial deployments and see where everybody's gonna be going. The green team are gonna be sending Daring for the early cap. He's gonna have the Venezia, and they're gonna, like, you know, just sit here, be annoying Kite. Eventually, if they need to, consider a repush. Have Burgoyne hovering here. Eventually, we'll be able to make a play down there or there if he really has to. Stalingrad gonna be looking for the radar island, you know, just sitting there, man. That. We have the Prince Van Orange looking park around here probably and looking to airstrike out this spot or this spot, depending if anything's parked in it. For the red team, we're gonna be seeing the Zhao, a Soul Kite Force. Okay. He can hold for as long as he needs to. Plymouth is going to be a nice little position to radar all of this. Kleber going for the fast cap behind the island, obviously. Henry IV and Repub looking to potentially make this push, and Castilla looking to hold cross-sport. Meanwhile, Shell's coming in towards the Kleber, looking to get the early resets on him as he parks up behind the rock. Shell's coming in. Let's get the resets. Did not get the reset, actually. Do get some damage after the bell on him. Caught in the Vampire 2's Hydro. Damage as he tries to escape here. Be careful when he runs around this corner that these aren't ready to catch him. But he's managed to get in there and get out quick. Points in favor currently. Okay. But this double Venezia daring push should be starting soon. Now, what are they going to rotate off for this? I assume the Castilla is going to go off to defend. Oh, they're going to be sending the Kleber back. That's smart, that's smart, that's smart. And we have the Smallland and Plymouth for control over sea. Question is, how fast can you get this Kleber back? Oh, the Kleber isn't going back at all. The Kleber's decided to go back up the 910 line area. Right? Well, the double Venezia push will be encroaching soon. Now, the Zhao is spotted. He's going to be suffering at this double Veni. Yeah, it's not. That doesn't look like fun to deal with. Now, there's potential that they send it. Like, there's potential for, like, the Castilla to just go wee and go for the home cap. Henry enjoying chewing up the front of that Burgoyne. guy took a lot of damage, actually. Let's see what that's all been from. Mostly the Henry, bit of damage from the Repub and Castilla too. It's about a 3-way tire. The Smalin is going to get sent off to rotate back towards the home caps. Spin the camera around and see if we get a better angle on that because it's getting caught up in the corner there. We'll watch from here. Daring did get caught smiling radars. Zao Salvo and Castilla Salvo's coming out towards him. Both will not really doing too much though. But the Smiling did get back. They do have zoning and they are ticking on 2 caps right now. Kite not in the worst position right now. They also got a lot of damage down on the Vampire too, and it's going to be very hard for them to recontest this. They're going to have to sort of send the Burgoyne or the Stalingrad in to see at some point. Now, Plymouth does have torps and he can hold his back slightly, but it's not going to pull back everything. They have given up a lot of ground with their Kleber and Repub. Castilla is basically pushed back to Narnia. TSYMQ are making their way forward slowly on several fronts. The Orange making his way down the 10 line, as you can see. Both Venetia's parked up behind that rock. Not sure entirely sure what they're going to be doing with that. There is potential for the double Venezia to just smoke train together to like get the decap. They have 2 radar options that will deny that, both being the Plymouth and Smaland, but they're also just potentially just blind fire the hell out of the smokes. Looks like the play is Venezia, Daring go together to into B. There starts the contest. Radar comes out, spots said Daring, spots both Venezias. Where did the other Venezia? Did my brain not work? I swore the second Venezia was there too. There's a Venezia. Full on brain fart. Anyway. Radar coming out from Stalingrad, who's going to be forcing his way forwards towards Mr. Plymouth. Stalingrad does overmatch the ever-loving soul of said Plymouth. Or the Vampire can just talk them the fuck out in the first place. Alright, Stalingrad should be able to take this cap completely free now. TSYMQ looking like they're in a very good position here. Clever is the only thing that can really deny this, and that would be a full torpedo rush. And he has to, like... That's a hell of a YOLO to get there. Henry now being tortured by Prince and Orange, Burgoyne, Vampire. Not enjoying his life there. Daring is now free to cap. Smaland, no radar available. This is looking very good for TSYMQ. Smaland gets absolutely turbo chunked by Venezia. And there's just not much to do. Get back into this kite. Kite by name, kite by nature, but if you kite too far, you can't get back to the game. steer exposed to Venezia salvo. 9 seconds left on the clock. And Kite are just looking smothered out of the game right now. TSYMQ in full retreat from the opposing home caps, but they don't need to be there anymore anyway. Is waiting out that clock. Unless the club can make something happen magically around here, which it really does not look like it's going to happen. There just isn't anything left for the game to happen. 10 seconds. Oh, the radar comes out looking for literally anything. Kleber gets his soul removed as he comes around the corner, survives, and he's like, oh, ow, that hurt. Daring going for the after the bell. Takes him out. TSYMQ will enjoy a 2-0 in their head-to-head against Kite. Look and see what my next series